Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends. We're looking at the Build-A-Figure series Absorbing Man, Villains of the Night, Morbius. Morbius comes with, comes with one arm, but one arm in two different variations. One looks to be more of a stone arm, and the other one looks like it's kind of more of a granite arm. It also comes with an extra cape piece down below. Again, like, we didn't get a lot of Morbiuses, kind of the same vein as the Jack-O-Lantern. So it's kind of nice that they bring back these characters and give them a fresh coat of paint, bring them back in a new design, and we have them again in Marvel Legends treatment. Down below we have Villains of the Night. On the one side we've got Morbius, and on the other side the figure we already had a look at was Jack-O-Lantern. On the back, Marvel's Jack-O-Lantern and Morbius. These nightmarish villains torment the innocent and fight to take down Spider-Man. Other figures available in this set, there is the Edge of Spider-Verse Spider-Man, the Edge of Spider-Verse Spider-Gwen, Villains of the Night Morbius, Villains of the Night Jack-O-Lantern Venom, we have Superior Foes of Spider-Man Marvel's Beetle, and Speed Demon. You can collect all 7 figures to build yourself Absorbing Man. One thing Spot actually did not mention is that I picked this up from the folks over at Entertainment Earth. If you guys are interested in getting these for yourself, you can head over to Entertainment Earth and grab these today. And I would say, you know, of all the Marvel Legends that we've had a look at in the last little while, this one kind of resurged my interest in Marvel Legends. I kind of dissipated a little bit over the last couple of waves. Some of the waves were a little bit better than others, but I think Absorbing Man so far is looking like he's going to be a pretty good wave, and I'm digging that this is all a Spider-Man themed wave. That being said, Spot's going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Villains of the Night, Morbius. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. First thing we'll have a look at is the arms that come with Morbius, and I said arms. One thing, though, is I thought that it was the same arm, just different variations, but it turns out you get both arms with Morbius. And equally so, when we look at the Edge of Spider-Verse Spider-Man, he will also come with arms, but he'll come with the same pair of arms, just different variations. So depending on how you want to have the Absorbing Man displayed, I might ultimately just leave these off until we look at Spider-Man, and then I'll show you all 4 arms, and then we can kind of decide together which arms we want to put on Absorbing Man. But again, one looks like it's made of kind of a granite rock. The other one looks like it's, I guess, more of a tree than anything else. It looks more like it's kind of like the bark of a tree. Nicely painted, though, I must say. So we're just going to put these to the side. It's the one time we're not going to put these on the figure itself. We're going to put them to the side, and then we will decide together which arms we want to put on Absorbing Man. Let's put that to the side. The default look of Morbius outside of packaging has him with his arms extended and his wings of his cape spread out in a very rather Batman bat logo design. If this isn't something that you want to do, you can certainly put his arms down, but then you would ask yourself, well, gee, he looks a little on the silly side, and this one arm's really stiff. There we go. He looks a little on the silly side because his cape is going to always be up. Well, I guess what you can always do, too, you can take off the cape. I was going to say you could swing it down, but then it might look even more ridiculous. Swing it down, and he comes with a interchangeable cape that just pegs in like that. Gives you something a little bit more accurate if his arms aren't going to be up. Face-wise, I don't know if I'm crazy about it. His face, to be honest, kind of looks more like a werewolf than it does a vampire. And I don't know if it's just the nose, or if because they put the wrinkles around the nose, it just kind of gives it more like a snout. But I think he looks vampire-esque, but I think he kind of looks a little bit like a werewolf too. The ears are a nice touch, having them sticking out from the areas around his hair. Nice red eyes. He's not a white figure. He's almost got more of a bluish tinge to the white, so it's not a very stark white. The areas, though, that really are a bit of a nuisance, though, most notably are the hands. The hands differ considerably from the paint that's on the forearm. You can tell that the paint was just simply added over top of the black plastic as opposed to having it sculpted. That's a real shame. This arm doesn't look as bad, But this arm right here, you can see how it really departs from itself. That hand doesn't look anything like paint-wise the arm, the coloring of his arm. Other than that, paint's not too bad. A little bit of the red on his belt area isn't very solid. You can see areas of the black underneath. It does a well enough job because most of his body is black plastic, so he can kind of get away with it. That maybe if he had had more red, it would be more noticeable, but Morbius is just lucky enough that he's basically all black in outfit. This, the cape-wise, seems to stay on pretty good. When you start switching it out to the extended cape, you might notice that this flops around a little bit. You just want to apply a little bit of pressure to it. Yeah, it's okay. I wish, and the reason why I spun this around initially, I wish that there was a way that the cape could have come down kind of like that as well. But I mean, I guess you could have put a secondary peg, a 2-hole peg system, where you could have brought the peg further down and attached it like that. Because I think that's kind of a neat look as well. I like a fanning out of the cape as opposed to just having it come completely down. When it comes to his posability, his head is on a ball joint. And it's actually a ball hinge joint, although truthfully you're not going to really get much movement out of it because his collar is so high. Shoulders are on a pin socket joint. Rotate all the way around. He has a swivel point in the bicep, double hinged elbows. Rotation in the hand, also a hinge in the hand where you can bend the hand back and forth. He has an upper torso crunch, which is very clickety-clickety. Rotation in the waist. Ball joint legs. Jack-o'-lantern, I'm looking in your direction. Ball joint legs. Top swivel cut thigh. Double hinge knees. Swivel in the boot. Hinge in the foot. Despite his little hiccups with his paint, despite the fact that he looks a little wolf-like in the face, just my opinion, I think Morbius turned out pretty good, all things considered. We haven't gotten a lot of Morbiuses. For the same reason, I guess we never got a lot of Jack-o'-lanterns. It's not one of the figures that you really think about a lot, I guess, for Spider-Man foes. It's pretty cool that we would have got him back in Marvel Legends treatment. As it goes for the figures that we've looked at so far, he is one of my favorites. I think I like Speed Demon just a little bit more. I wish Jack-o'-lantern I could have loved a little bit more. But I think Morbius so far is kind of making the top 3 for me. Will he be dethroned? Well, you'll have to wait and find out. Today's toy spot, we were having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Absorbing Man Wave. We're looking today at Morbius. And again, if you guys are interested in picking this guy up, you can head over to Entertainment Earth. They currently have this whole wave in stock. So grab him today. It's actually one of the waves I would recommend from the recent Marvel Legends wave that we looked at. Pretty cool to get a whole bunch of Spider-Man and Spider-Man related characters. Again, certainly stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have the reviews of the other Marvel Legends heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.